The Galvan family, one of the most respected family in the city of Laguna.
Oh, look at this house, so beautiful.
Mr. Galvan is a graduate of BS Marine Engineering. He is a very prominent man.
A few moments later.
And he has a daughter named Maria Galvan. She also has a daughter named Kemsey Galvan.
What are you doing to me, Apo?
Sorry, Lolo.
Stop doing to me. Alam mo na, matanda na ako eh.
Sorry, Lolo.
Okay.
Come sit down here. Come now. Tell your Apo about your story when you were out.
Mr. Galvan, it was nice meeting you.
Good morning. This is my portfolio.
So, can you tell me about some of your experiences?
I have 2 years experience on board of 10 to 11 Philippine vessels. Also, I took a level 2 examination for marine engineers. And now I'm currently preparing to take the captain ship exam.
On July 7, 1997, PMI College is an educational institution offering courses in basic seamen's training and other marine-related courses. Hired Alejandro Galvan as a graduate of BS Marine Engineering. Mr. Galvan signed a contract with PMI College as a contractual instructor, with an agreement that he shall be paid at an hourly rate of 30 pesos to 50 pesos depending on the description of load subject.
Good morning, Mr. Santos. I did not receive any letters yet. It's been 3 years already. So why don't you talk to Mr. Aguinaldo? He might help you with your problem. Oh, thank you. Thank you for helping me. I will definitely do that.
The next morning, Mr. Galvan went to Miss Aguinaldo's office.
Good morning, Miss Aguinaldo.
Good morning, how may I help you?
Regarding my unpaid salary yet, it's been 3 cents already, ma'am. I have not received any payment yet.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I will write a letter regarding to this matter, and I will address it to our president to release your salaries.
Thank you, ma'am, for helping me.
No problem. Good day.
Miss Aguinaldo submitted a letter to the president's office. After 2 weeks, Mr. Galvan still continued to teach in PMI College without receiving any salaries. So, he decided to file a case regarding this matter to the National Labor Relations and Commission.
Good morning, sir. Please wait for a second. Please follow. Good morning, ma'am. There's someone who wants to talk to you. Please come. Please take your seat, sir. Yes, sir. I'm Paula Espirito. How may I help you, sir?
Miss, I would like to file a complaint against my employer. PMI colleges. They third me as contractual infraction and based on our agreement they would pay me at our rate of 30 to 50 pesos, but it has been 3 semesters already, but I still did not receive any salaries.
Do you have any about your complaint, sir?
Sir, miss, I put these documents as evidence. These are my subject logs and schedule of my class of 3 semester.
Okay, sir. I will study this first about your complaint, sir.
Thank you, Miss Paula. This is my calling card.
Thank you, sir. I will call you regarding this matter.
The next day, PMI College received a complaint from Mr. Galvan.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We have an urgent complaint.
This is unbelievable.
I think we should prove that we're not liable for this.
We should file an action regarding this issue.
I agree. We should do that.
Let's contact our lawyers now.
This Galvan demands too much. I'll call my secretary to do something about this.
The court may come to order.
Case number 277 of Supreme Court PMI Colleges versus National Labor Relations Commission and Alejandro Galvan.
Petitioner may state your plea.
The petitioner now pleads for the court to resolve the following issues in its favor. First, whether the money claims of Mr. Galvan, representing his salaries, wages as contractual instructor for class instruction, on-the-job training, and shipboard and plant visits have valid legal and factual basis. Second, whether his claims for salaries, wages for services relative to on-the-job training and shipboard and plant visits by instructors, assuming the same were really conducted, have valid basis. Third, whether the petitioner was denied its right to procedural due process. And lastly, whether the NLRC findings in its question resolution have sound legal and factual report. We plead to the court to give the petitioner its right to defend ourselves from Mr. Galvan and to show the court that the findings of NLRC regarding Mr. Galvan has no basis.
The defendant may state their grounds.
These are the evidences that 3 semesters had passed and my client Mr. Galvan doesn't receive any payments amounting 405,000 pesos as his wages, being the contractual instructor of PMI colleges. Shown in these evidences that every semester Mr. Galvan teaches 28 units per week, including here is their site training located at Cavite Naval Base. So we plead that it is right that Mr. Galvan receive his wages for the last 3 semesters. That's all, Your Honor.
Let's have a 5 minutes recess. Let us hear the court decision. On the evidences So today, the court decided to dismiss the case filed by petitioner PMI colleges because the court see no compelling reason to grant petitioner's plea.
After that, let's come to it.
Wait,